Hey, you guys, good morning. I hope all is well. I want you guys to realize that it's about to get heavy because we're getting closer and closer to the end or everything that's going to be revealed, right? So you're going to have people coming for you, trying to start arguments with you over small petty thing. Communication is going to be less and argument is going to be more. But we got to be on our A game and remember, like, here we go. Trick of the trade. I already know you was gonna do that, so I'm gonna stay in my lane, right? And the reason why I'm telling you this, because Satan time is running up. If you don't believe that there's a heaven, there's a hell, that's okay. If you don't believe there's good, there's bad, something's wrong with you, because it's being displayed every time you turn on the news. But the thing is, when they released those, remember a couple of months ago, they said it was this machine that was called the Siren, and it was opened up portals and stuff like that. The portals have really been open. They've been open, but they opened them more, and more demons are being released on the earth. And how I know that is, have you been sitting there and you starting to notice more things just running by you, and you looking like, am I tripping or not? Some of y'all might even have things in your house falling and you just looking, but you're not scared because you're already in a place of calmness, a place of belief, a place of understanding that there's a different rims, but the rims are colliding, you guys, and that's not a good thing, because there are more demonic spirits here, the more people that's going to be attacked. A lot of people are doing things to you and don't even realize it. I bet you if somebody in a store start arguing with you or bumping to you and you sit there and start praying, you start seeing them looking at you like they don't comprehend what just happened. Just yesterday at work, you guys, we started playing gospel music, and one of our consumers just went into a trance like this, just stood there, put a black hoodie on and just was like, and then just start talking crazy. Then another one start talking to themselves. Because a lot of times when people have mental illnesses, you guys, it's a demonic attack. It's not always like, it's just a chemical imbalance. Yeah, we're going to say it's a chemical imbalance because that help us feel comfortable. Because that makes sense more than we telling you that it's a demonic presence. Okay, a lot of things of the truth have been taken away from inside or told you because they don't want you to know the truth, because the truth it's going to make you not believe it, right? So they lie and try to pacify the truth so that we can be comfortable. No, we got to be uncomfortable so that we can know what's going on. Too many people are comfortable, and that's why so many people are lost, right? Let me tell you something. For you to understand what's really going on around you, you need to read the book of Jubilees. You need to read the book of Enoch. You need to read the book of Revelation. And if you're not a reader, Google the audio and see what comes up. This is worth your money. I bought these books or audios, you guys, to see if there was the right information for me, and it gave me a clear understanding. For an example, a lot of us are being lied to about crystals. Read the book of Enoch. These are the books. There's like 12 books in the Bible that have been removed, that the Catholics removed because they stated that we would not understand. But listen to me. The book of Enoch tells a lot about what's going on around you. Did you know that God has sent down the Watchers? The Watchers was not always evil like they made it today. We are in a state of opposition where everything good, they're going to flip it to make it bad so that we all will be confused. And in the Bible it says God is not a man of confusion. So every time you get confused when you don't know what's good and what's bad, the devil has his hand in it. God gave the throne to the devil to run the world. So it's up to us to understand what is of the world and what's not of the world. Because if it's of the world, it is not good. It was ordained by the devil. Okay? Now, if you sit there and say, the devil attacked me, but don't believe in a God, something's wrong with you. But back to what I'm saying in the book of Enoch, God has sent down the Watchers to watch over the people, to make sure they stay safe. But what happened? People got greedy and start doing things. The Watchers, who were the angels, angels, start sleeping with the humans. And when they start sleeping with the humans, they conducted an evil thing, conjure up something evil that even they couldn't control anymore. The women that they impregnated start giving birth that had defects. You know, like when they say if you sleep with your cousin, your child's gonna have a defect. So the Watchers start sleeping with the humans, and the baby had a defect. And guess what the defect was? These babies turned into giants called Nephilims. So when you looking at things in the nature that look like a human being, those were the Nephilims that was shunned and they was killed for trying to take over the land. Like for an example, I went to Colorado and I told you I seen a monument. It was a face, a mountain that looked like a shape of a face that was not carved into. It was naturally looking like a shape of a face. And I was like, look, the Nephilims is real, right? Because they turned into stones, turned into rocks, and God flooded the earth. And then you ever sit there and look at the Colorado River, the Grand Canyon, they sit there and they go, oh, the Grand Canyon was carved out of rocks. So my son that's like 14, he said, for it to be carved, not carved out of rocks, the carving of it was created from the waters. And he said, dang, if it was created because of the waters, ridges hit it and all that, the waters had to be high because Colorado is not a short mountain. And I said, yeah, because it was a flood. God flooded the earth. That's not no lie. That's not a myth. He flooded the earth in real life, you guys. And that's why you see some stuff like this that's being proven, but people are still trying to deny God. So they're not going to tell you and say, yeah, the flood really happened because there really is a God. But they're going to sit there and tell you the Grand Canyon was created because of the waters, created it because the waters made its shavings in it, which could, to me, make sense. That could be true. But how did the waters get that high? Right? But listen, go back and read the book of Enoch, because you're going to see about the Watchers. You're going to see. And then another thing, they sit there telling you, oh, crystals is bad. Crystals is bad. But when God called Enoch to the heavens, they call him the Most High in the book of Enoch. Enoch described God's heavens with crystals and fire inside. And he said, but the fire was only around God, so you could not touch him. Only certain people were allowed to get in his presence. But they're out here making everything else sound bad, like they're making it sound like crystals are bad. But why was God surrounded by crystals in the heaven? Y'all read that and make sure I'm not getting stuff mixed up, because they said crystals are bad. And then in book of Revelation, they say sage and incense and burning it is bad. Everything is opposition. But if you read the books, you would know what is opposition or not. Let me explain to you what they said. And it said in the heavens that God was surrounded by the stars. But then they tell you that looking at the stars is a sin as well. Opposition. All right. Then it goes and tells you, it says in book of Revelation, it says, don't quote me on this, and one part of it says something saw the lamb, the lion saw the lamb, and when he approached the path or the stage, excuse me, because I'm just going off of what I remember, I read so many things, and it said it smelled like incense burning. But they're telling you sage and incense is not good to burn. What they don't understand, they're not teaching you, it's wrong to worship incense. It's wrong to worship crystals and think that crystals and incense is this thing that's going to protect you. No, God is your protector. Now you slapping God in the face and saying, God, I need these crystals to protect me because I don't trust that you would do it. That's where you guys get things twisted. But if you are using crystals to encourage your faith, don't quote me on this. This is my opinion. This is not a fact. You read so you can gain your own understanding. I'm confused of why the man on earth is telling us that is wrong when God said he was surrounded by crystals sitting on the throne. I'm confused. All right, you guys. Book of Enoch, Book of Jubilees, Revelations. Get your own understanding, because we're in the last days. People don't want to argue with you for the simplest things. Don't fall for their traps.